this time last year, I think.
Yeah.
However, there must be a little bit more of a buzz about the place, considering there's going to be a lot more people tonight.
It does feel like proper BAFTAs. Like last year, it felt like the kind of diet BAFTAs, like BAFTA Light. You know what I mean? So this feels like full fat. And I mean, it's kind of like, it's live, isn't it? It's like Salma Hayek, protesters, flares. I mean, there's a lot going on, right?
There's a lot going on.
It's going to be fun, though. I'm looking forward to it.
Last year you said one of your favourite films that you've been watching was Another Round, which I'm completely with you with. It's my favourite film of the last year. Skip ahead 12 months. What have you been watching? What's piqued your interest?
I have to say I did love Dune. I really did love Dune. It was epic. I didn't know about it that much before, and I just went in blind. I loved it. Loved the sandworm. Loved everything about it. The aesthetic, the music, Hans Zimmer. I mean, it was epic.
It's weird to talk about this at an award ceremony, but like it feels like Dune has kind of been let down a little bit by the award, not just the BAFTAs, but kind of across the board. Do you think that's just because it's been a year where we've been celebrating a lot of independent cinema and more subtle stories, and the larger stuff has kind of fallen by the wayside?
I think you're right. Yeah, I think it's such an epic masterpiece that sometimes maybe people are like, oh, we've seen it before. But I thought it was a really good flip, and also it's a very tough challenge because there's been the book, there's been the old version, so it's like it had to be a fresh take, and I just thought it was really, really good for what it is in terms of that big dystopian. You know, it's one of the best I've ever seen. So it was great.
And to be fair, I think the producers and the studio are going to be pretty happy sitting on top of the huge pile of money that they would have made for the film outside of not being nominated for awards. But it has been a fantastic year for kind of independent cinema, and even looking at the director awards tonight, we've got like 3 fantastic female directors. Do you think that's showing that there's been progress with the kind of conversations we've had over the last few years about representation in film, that we're kind of going in the right direction now?
Yeah, I think definitely, I think it's happened in an organic way because the films have been so good. It's not like, right, we need to find some women directors. Where's the Asians? Where's the black people? It's not like that. It's just there they are. They're doing great stuff, and rightly so, they should be represented. And that's how representation should work. I think when we stop talking about representation, that's when the problem will stop. You know, that's when I feel like we've solved it, but we're still talking about it. But I feel like it's happening in an organic way, where it's not like, oh, it's just some great stuff out there, and there's, you know, women and people of color making it. So yeah, big up.
And as an actor, as a writer, as a creative, coming to a place like this, surrounded by compatriots, do you see this as sort of a networking opportunity? Is there anyone here tonight who you're thinking I'm going to get their number by the end of the night?
I don't network. I mean, my agent's there. She might do a bit of networking, but I don't really believe in networking. I just believe in like vibes. You know, you got to have vibes, and you can't just go up to someone and go, hey man, what's your number? I want to work with you. It just doesn't work like that. You just have to be yourself, and you know, yeah, I don't think I've ever networked in my life. It's just not my style. I just like to have a natural conversation with people and having fun, you know what I mean? And it's like, a lot of the time people surprise you because they'll know your work and you'll be like, how do you know my work? You know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy. So yeah, I just think just a natural vibe is the best way.
I don't know, man, if you get locked in a lift tonight with Salma Hayek, get some natural vibes in there, Hitman's Bodyguard 3 or something down the line.
I know, I just hope I don't fart. I mean, imagine that. Imagine getting locked in a lift and then you fart. I'll blame her.
No, you would.
Salma, come on.
Who are we going to believe?
Yeah, exactly.
Have a good night, man.
Thank you very much.